Freewell has released the new sub-lenses for the DJI Pocket 3, an ultra-wide, a macro and a 1.1 anamorphic lenses, and I'm using the ultra-wide to film this intro. And the good thing about these lenses is that you can actually use ND filters with them. So the question is, are they actually any good? So are these lenses as good as they claim? Well, the 1.1 anamorphic is not as extreme as other anamorphic adapters or lens adapters, but it's enough to give you that anamorphic look. And it actually looks really nice when you add an ND filter because you can stick to the 180-degree rule. It's a very nice lens, and if you want to shoot some anamorphic content, that's the lens to go. The macro lens is the one that I wasn't expecting, and it's one that is actually amazing. It's the kind of lens that you need to use on a tripod. It's not something that I would use handheld because the focus range is so narrow that it's really difficult to keep it up close and steady. But if you use it on a tripod, it's fantastic. If you have steady hands, you can get some amazing looking shots. Like for instance, if you want to get really up close, let's say for instance, a zipper as you close a rucksack, or those type of shots. If you want to video small little details like buttons, or maybe get up close to maybe a lens on a smartphone or things like that, this lens is fantastic. If you are the kind of person that is into nature and wants to get up close to maybe plants or bugs or things like that, this lens is phenomenal. And the last one is the ultra wide, and this is actually a really nice lens. It gives you a lot more to play with, and the best thing is that you can actually use ND filters. These three lenses come with their very own set of NDs. So this is the effect of an ND32 using the wide angle lens on the DJI Pocket 3. And as you can clearly see, this is okay. My skin tones are well exposed. The filter doesn't have to fight or compensate for any harsh light. And this is what you get with an ND32 on the DJI Pocket 3 using the same lenses. And what do you guys think? Is this enough, or should Freewell include an ND64? Because now the sun is beaming down on me and you can clearly see that my skin is beginning to glow and my shirt is beginning to glow. And the sun is a little bit behind some clouds. It's not like a really bright summer day. And this is now an ND128. And I think the gap between the 128 and the 32 is a bit too much. The 32 is too bright, the 128 is too dark, and they should have a 64 in the middle. And again, this is an ND32 on the wide angle lens on the DJI Pocket 3. So what do you guys think after you've seen the effect with the 128? Is this enough, or is that the other one too dark? Because I still feel an ND32 is just not quite enough when you have the sun beaming down on you, and an ND64 would be ideal. And due to the nature of the weather in this country, the sun didn't last for very long, and we are now back to the usual, which is cloudy and miserable. But anyway, are there any negatives about these lenses? And I think there are two things that I wish they could have done differently. One is the fact that you only get a 16, 32 and 128 ND. And I think an ND64 is a must, because on a cloudy environment like now, sunrise and sunset, an ND32 is perfectly fine. But the moment you have the sun beaming down on you, you need a 64 and even a 128. Now, obviously, you do get the 128, but the 64 is missing. And if you want to use the Freewell ND filters, they will lock onto the lenses, they will mount. but you're gonna get heavy vignetting and you're gonna have to crop in, which will still give you wider than the 20mm lens, but you may not want that effect. And the other one is that the magnets feel a little bit too weak. I've had many situations where the lens popped off or fell off. I did a test riding my bicycle through the city of London and the lenses held on, but I would never try to go trekking on a bicycle downhill or put the camera mounted on a car and then go onto bumpy roads because the lens is gonna pop off. It's just for control environments, hold it in your hand, and nothing that has heavy vibration. Other than that, these lenses are amazing. There is no image distortion, there is no drop on image quality. I think Freewell has done a very good job here. If you want to have the best range and lenses for this camera, this is the best there is, and the fact that you can pair them with ND filters from Freewell, it gives you the best of both worlds. And if you have shot already with your Pocket 3 and want to take your footage to the next level, I have my very own set of LUTs for this camera that are currently discounted. So I'll leave a link in the video description. Feel free to have a look at them. It's over 150 LUTs that you can drag and drop. I also have an ebook about how to shoot videos for YouTube. So if this is something that you're interested in, it's totally free of charge, and I have the link in the video description below. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.